I wrote this piece as part of my co-leadership with Rabbi Alana Alpert of the 2018 Passover Seder for Detroit Jews for Justice, as a dedication for one of the 4 cups of wine we drink during the Seder. To clarity. A cup of clarity, a cup to reveal the workings of a vast machine whose engine is greed and all the different wheels that engine turns. A cup to show how the teeth of the wheels interlock. Imagine that racism is a millstone, a crushing weight that grinds and presses down relentlessly on people intended to be a permanent underclass. Its purpose is to extract the oil of profit from us right to the edge of extermination and beyond. It presses and crushes and grinds, but people push back and it generates heat that begins to rise. If the owners of the mill, their hands on the switches and cranks, don't insulate themselves, it will all get too hot to handle. Imagine the oppression of Jews is that insulation. A pressure valve, a shunt that directs the steaming rage of working people away from the mostly white and Christian 1% who own the machine and collect the oil pressed from our lives. Imagine a valve they can open at will, a pipe that diverts the scalding heat off to one side. For Jews to be blamed for oppression, some of us must be seen to prosper, must be well paid and highly visible, positioned as the spokespeople of an inequality we help to administer but do not own. The purpose of oppressing Jews is not to crush us day after day. It's to have us available for crushing, to be the bone they throw. Nobody sees the owners. They don't let their faces appear on the cover of Time and Newsweek. They hire us to be their faces. They send us to collect taxes. They appoint us as judges. Long before they let us live in their neighborhoods, they let us manage their inner-city buildings full of brown people. And some of us agree, and some of us don't. But they keep telling stories about how we're greedy. When they cut $500 million from the budget of the City University of New York, they tell the working-class people of color who study there that the reason isn't that they hate public universities. The reason, they say, is that the people of color have upset the Jews. We are 1.7% of the world's people and 1.7% of the world's rich, but they say we are the reason people are poor. Imagine the people under the grindstone are in a fury, marching down the road toward where the owners live. Imagine the oppression of Jews is a conjuring trick that works through misdirection. That the Protestant heirs of slaveholder fortunes, pilgrim entrepreneurs, and railroad barons grown rich from stealing indigenous land, the people who gamble with our mortgages, shoot our children, poison our water, and break the circle of the seasons, are holding a great big detour sign with red arrows pointing toward the Jews. And some of the marchers on the road begin to think the problem with Jewish financiers is that they're Jewish, not that they're financiers. That the problem with Jewish slumlords is that they're Jewish, not that they are slumlords. They don't notice that nobody ever says Presbyterian banker, Baptist slumlord. Some of them wander onto the side road. The momentum of their fury drains away into resentment, and they talk about Jews instead of class, begin to think maybe Jews are class. The steam thins out and blows away, and the owners are safe for another day. So here's a cup to the end of deception. Here's a cup to watching their hands. Here's a cup to steam under pressure, to no more grindstones and no more valves. May we all be the wrench in the gears. L'chaim.